Wait a minute, look at this. There's that little guy again. He keeps showing up and I don't know where he comes from. But you know what? Let's go. Let's start it up and see what happens. Oh, mayday, mayday, mayday. The little man is down. The little man is down. Abort, abort, abort. Sorry, folks. We got a medical emergency. We'll have to get back to you later. Bye now. Welcome back. This is Bill Sikora again, demonstrating a construction site elevator. Uh, Unfortunately, last time when we tried to demonstrate, we had a medical emergency. Our little man broke a couple bones. But look at this. Here he is, fully recovered. I'm amazing how quickly he recovered. Hello, everyone. It's Bill Sikora again with another Erector Set project. And the little man is here again with us. And earlier I had an opportunity to talk to him. His name is Scott Sikora. It's the same last name I have, but we're not related. Scott goes back a long, long way. He has a line of famous midgets in his family. Thanks for sharing, Scott. Okay, so let's do that. I'll turn it on, and there you go. And there you have it. There you can see it. Hey, Scott, what are you doing? Hey, Scott, be careful. Scott, you're getting too close. Oh, no, not again. Folks, I gotta go. Scott, you gotta be more careful. Hello, everyone. It's Bill Sikora with another Erector Set project. Our friend Scott is also here with us today. But you notice I got him locked up in a booth with a plexiglass window. And we did learn some interesting things about. Well, I found out another interesting thing about Scott. He is a medical doctor. And you may say, how can this little man in this blue suit that hangs around in my place can be a medical doctor? Well, I have the proof. Here it is. License to practice medicine. Dr. Scott Sikora, MD, board certified. Sports medicine and orthopedic surgery. Loyola University. Oh, that's a good medical school right here in Chicago. And June 1st, 2004. All right. Way to go, Scott. Say goodbye, Scott. Thanks for watching. Hi, everybody. This is Bill Sikora doing another video on Erector Set projects. This time I got someone else to have the camera, and it's Peter, my friend, and he's going to do the camera work today. A lot of people have asked what happened to Peter in the last video. He seemed to disappear.
Peter.
And I'm sorry, Scott. I'm using the wrong name. What happened to Scott? And as a matter of fact, we have a security camera video that shows what happened. So why don't we roll that right now, Peter? There you have it. When I made this booth and locked him in there, I didn't realize that that little opening in the back wall there was big enough for Scott to escape. So Scott escaped that way. And okay, we're done with the security. Hi, everybody. This is Bill Sikora again with another Erector Set project. This is the airplane that I told you about at the last video. It's an original that I made, and here it is. Here's the final product. Scott has returned. Scott he forgave me about the incident with me locking him in the booth. He said he realizes that I did it for his own safety. He does want to participate in these demonstrations, and in particular, he wanted to be in the pilot seat for this one. And he kept nagging me about it, and I kept saying, no, it's too dangerous for you, it's too dangerous. And finally, I relented and said, okay, but you have to wear a seatbelt. And you could take a look here. He has a seatbelt on. So there he is. So now, why don't we go look at the rear here of the plane, and and you can see that there are 4 propellers there and a bunch of pulleys with some bands turning everything around. Now, oh, Peter, look, Scott removed his seatbelt. Oh, he'll be all right. He's a orthopedic surgeon, so we'll just let that go. What is it, Scott? You want me to help you get up? I'm sorry, I'm giving a demonstration now. You're going to have to wait. And here is a model that we have started working on. Right now, to me, it looks like a moon lander, but more importantly, the problem here is it hasn't been finished. And the question is, what has happened? Well, a while back, we found out that Scott was a medical doctor, but Peter thinks it's a phony license. If you remember, we had a license we showed you. It's right here. And for some reason, Peter doesn't think this is valid. Well, today I'm going to show you proof that it is. And by the way, take a look down there. There's Scott in the corner there. He's kind of sad right now. So he won't talk to Peter right now, and for that reason there's all this tension and we haven't been able to finish the project. Well, let me give you the proof. Here is the envelope where I received that license. Scott asked the medical school to send it to me, and if you see here, it's the Stritch School of Medicine, which is associated with Loyola. Here's the address in Maywood. Now, I got on the internet and checked this out. This is the right address. You can see here is addressed to me. I taped out my address for security reasons. But since this is the right address, we know without a doubt that this letter came from the medical school. Without a doubt. Not only did we get the license, we actually got a letter from the dean. Look at this. And if that isn't proof, I don't know what is. But let's kind of read this thing together. Scott Sikora, MD, has requested that we send you a copy of his license to practice medicine. I am happy to do so. See enclosed. Dr. Sikora has graduated with high honors from our school with a GPA of 3.9. He has become a personal friend of mine and is well respected in the Chicago medical community. He even lectures at our school from time to time. Our school has an outstanding reputation, and we have some world-renowned professors. Now he's talking about the school, and man, I've seen some of these people on TV. They're very famous. There's a Professor Emeritus Lorraine Cub Bowling. Then there is a Melanie Nicole Shamska, DVM. She's the chairwoman of the veterinary department, and I didn't realize I had one. And there's the Nobel Prize winner, Bill Thomas Bilder, PhD, MD. Interesting, my middle name is Thomas too, but okay, interesting. And they have a highly respected board of trustees. Steve Frank Busy, David Cabb, Paul Pepko, Marion Cadence, Carol Sista Ward, Bill Lane North, and Ken Sky. These names sound very familiar to me. They must be famous. And they have this tremendous support cast. Security Chairman Michael Ehrman, he used to be the police chief of San Francisco. And then there's the publicity chairman is Matthew Duncan. He used to be in the press corps for President Obama. So, and there you go. It's signed Peter Smart, PhD, MD. So we know, with this kind of a letter from the dean and all these famous people being part of the school, this has to be a valid license. So there's my proof. Now that we are on YouTube, there's a comment section below. I ask you vote, is he a medical doctor or isn't he? Look forward to your comments. I got some interesting phone calls. One of them was from Melanie Nicole Shazamka, who was a veterinarian at the school, and she said that Scott was a major influence in her life, that originally she was in regular medical school and was not happy. She knew she loved working with animals. Scott was one of her teachers and helped her make the decision to move to veterinary school, where she did become a veterinarian, and she's grateful that he gave her that support. Another phone call I got was from a Michael Ehrman, and he is a security officer at the school who is currently on leave. He's doing some work for the Air Force. He's very busy, and he took time out of his busy schedule to call and let me know that he supports Scott, and yes, he is a doctor. And I also got a phone call from Matthew Duncan, and he's the publicity chairman at the school, and he asked me what he could do to help Scott out, and I says, well, why don't you put a letter or an article in the newspaper, and we'll see what happens, because after all, some of the students had him as a teacher. So we'll see what happens with this. People are still voting. It's a pretty close vote. You'll hear about it hopefully in the next couple of weeks, what happens. That's it for